Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I'm super excited. Super excited because international breaks are over. It's done. We can focus on Juventus until March. Until March. Can you imagine? No Italy, no blah blah blah, only Juve. And on a channel that is called GJustjuve, it makes sense. So I hope you are doing well, guys. Welcome back on that episode of Juve Cagliari pre-game. We will do, as usual, a lot of things in the video. We will speak about the expected 11 2 days before, so a lot can change in this crazy world. We will go through the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threat, and also a prediction time. Even if, again, predictions, it is what it is, guys. So don't bet your house because most of the time it's difficult to predict 2 days in advance because so many things can change. I'm
Yeah,
super happy again to have as a main guest my friend El Tactico Mo El Chahali. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Giuseppe? How's everyone?
I'm great. I had actually a live with the Serie A sit down just before. I talked with them for 2 hours. I defended the Juventus colors actually because the two guys are super nice and they're speaking about all the Serie A, but mostly they are for Milan. So I spoke about Juve and I can't wait to also invite them. So guys, if you want to hear me speaking about Juve in a really chill way, being a guest, go follow them. I will put probably the link tomorrow on the video. But it was super nice. I feel well. Tomorrow is Friday, last day before Juve Cagliari, so I feel super excited. Mo, you have prepared a lot of slides for us.
Yeah,
We start because this is new this season. Before going into the ranking, before going into the lineups, you always explain us a bit of history, and I love that part. So what picture did you choose this time, Mo?
sure. I picked an iconic Cagliari player, Gigi Riva. So those from the 60s, 70s, following Italian football, they really know that person. He is one of the best strikers still until today. I think he scored the most for Italy. He always played with Cagliari. They won the Scudetto. This is the first time a club from the south of Rome, wins the Scudetto, and that was in 1969, 1970. And here is a picture in which, they played against Juventus. Juventus was second, and he scored 2 goals. And I think a game later they won the Scudetto.
We can also see Dino Zoff in the goal, a young
That's
Dino
right.
Zoff. I love it.
That's right.
I love those history pictures with the normal balls. I call them the real balls because then
Yeah,
it changed a bit. Not that I don't like the new balls, but this is for me the real football ball. And also the shirt of
absolutely.
Juve. Look at that, amazing.
It's beautiful.
Something
And
else you wanted to say about the history pick?
yeah, so a quick thing is that Juventus actually offered 1 billion lira to get him and 6 times his salary. Cagliari accepted the fee. He rejected. He did not want to move, and he stayed.
Big player, loyal player. We have seen it a few times in history with Totti. For example, I saw his movie, by the way, new movie of Totti, quite nice. Because he's speaking about you only hear his voice because he's doing from the beginning of the end. He's explaining a story from a kid to actually his retirement. Quite nice, and also him a big offer from Real Madrid, but he preferred to stay loyal to his club. I have a lot of respect for those kind of players. Del Piero did it at Juve, so they are not that much, but they existed at the time.
That's true.
Entering the game, Juve Cagliari. What about the rankings?
Yeah, so we're not in a great position still. 4 points behind Milan. We need to do much better than that.
Mhm.
We did 4 ties. That's enough. We need to win games now. That's it. Like no more excuses. We have to go full. attack, score goals. That we can't lose any more points. You have Napoli that has -1 and is above us with 1 point, and
Yeah.
Cagliari is sitting 11th there with 10 points. So only 3 points difference with Juventus. So that means if they win against us, they're going to have the same points. It's very tight. It's very tight at the moment. We need to win and catch up with Milan and even surpass them before the break.
Cagliari is not a trendy name. It's not like, I don't know, Napoli, Milan, and blah, blah, blah. But Cagliari, since a few seasons, they are not bad at all. It's a strong team, so we will have to pay attention. This season,
Absolutely.
if I'm not wrong, they played better at home than away.
That's right.
But it's a strong team we will have to pay attention to. It's not an easy
Yeah.
game, especially because it's true. We will speak about Joao Pedro, but he was traveling and playing with his national team. But a lot of players of Cagliari, they remained at home training and focusing for Juve, while Juve had 15 players out of home. And with a lot of players, you will explain that are arriving actually tomorrow, not even today. So
Yeah,
if we
exactly.
go to the lineups, Mo.
Yeah. So at the back, we have no choice. At the back. So first, I picked a 4-4-2, but this can easily become 3-4-1-2. So there are many combinations there. This is not the actual formation that you're gonna see. It's a variation from it. So you're gonna have Danilo De Ligt for the first time, Demiral. So the two doctors, MDs, Matthias De Ligt and Maria Demiral in the defense. Danilo, he's gonna be tired, but we have no choice but to put him. Cuadrado as well, coming from Colombia and Brazil. You know, uh, we can't do anything else. In the middle, I put McKinney and Rabiot. Bentancur, he also played with Uruguay, so he's gonna be tired. Arthur, same thing. And I put Chiesa. It was between Chiesa and Frabotta. I picked
Mm.
Chiesa because he did the full training today. So I'll put him just because we need to win this game. And up front, there's no discussion. Ronaldo and Morata, both of them are in form.
If we play in possession, because this is the non-possession part, from the moment we play possession, that means that Cuadrado will go a bit up. Where is
Right.
Kulusevski playing?
Kulusevski is gonna be playing behind Morata and Ronaldo, that famous trequartista role.
A bit what Ramsey is doing.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Okay.
you're gonna see McKennie providing more support to Cuadrado.
I believe that actually, because we saw it with Crotone, so the logic, I will put us bigger today. Today I want us to see us bigger. I saw it with Crotone. Piero did the same thing. He focused on the players that he had at home, training with him. So it makes sense to see that kind of formation with a lot of South American people that will arrive actually on Friday, that will probably not start. Makes sense because we will play every 3 days. We have 10 games in 32 days. That's really
Yeah.
crazy a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Buffon can start in the goal. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe that's what I believe. He can start also, so he can celebrate his 25 years since his debut. What about
Yeah.
Cagliari?
Cagliari, they're gonna play their famous 4-2-3-1. They've always played with that system.
Yeah.
You can see they have some new players there. Godin from Inter, Tripaldelli from Sassuolo, Marin from Ajax. So these players, they're all new. They fit well. They're starters. They've been playing since the beginning of the season. And you have the front, well, you have Simeone, who's super dangerous, and you have Nandes and Joao Pedro that provide a lot of support. And these guys
Mm.
also, we have to watch out because they can score.
even when you see the names and from where they are and so on, it's a really nice team. Godin,
Yeah,
he went for the nice life because living in Cagliari on the island is super beautiful. But he's really doing a better team with Cagliari, so we have to pay attention. So
absolutely.
now we go into the tactics of it. Strengths of Cagliari. I love to see the strengths because I want to understand how to defend and hopefully Demiral and Ligt because the first time they really start together. So I'm really curious to see how they will perform
Yeah,
together.
for sure.
Uh, what do they have to pay attention to, Mo?
The right side. They're gonna focus a lot on the right side of Cagliari, which means it's the left side of Juventus. So that means Danilo has to watch out, and
Hmm.
the Ligt has to help him there too. And this is, we can see it here. You see Simeone dropping all the way to the middle and right away looking for Zappa on the right side. It's always either Zappa or Nandez. And same thing, I saw many plays, they were attacking on the left and eventually, boom, they switched to the right.
You,
So
you
they
know
lost
who
going from
You
the
know
right.
who that remember me a bit what Simeone is doing there? A bit of Trezeguet when he
Mm,
always, came in front of the ball, giving it on the side, left or right, and then running again towards the goal. Looks like the
yeah,
same movement.
yep, absolutely. And Morata has been doing that so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really good. So Zappa here looks for Nandez. Nandez is super dangerous. He knows how to dribble. He knows how to pass. So Nandez finds the small hole between the defenders and he goes behind them and he takes the ball and right away he knows who to pass to. So you have Simeone in the middle. He provides a pass not to the front but behind Simeone. Simeone was also prepared for that, so he managed to get the ball. The defenders were shocked, and then Simeone gets the ball and scores.
Okay.
Boom.
So if we go back in really quick to explain, then we see that Simona is coming back. They play a lot of time to the right. You were telling me also, even if they start from the left, they will also always look for the right side, for their right side. So that means our left.
Yeah,
With Nandes really dangerous because he is able to find spaces and dribble. Um, and they have a really great connection with Simeone as well. So
yeah.
our right side. Do you think it's just a question, Moa? Do you think it's not then preferably to put a player like really Frabotta, who was with Pirlo, who actually play a bit more defensive style than Chiesa, because otherwise Chiesa and Ronaldo on the left can be dangerous if we go too much to the front, no?
It's a very good point, but I wasn't very satisfied with how Frabotta defended, anyways.
Okay, so
So he doesn't have that experience yet. He needs a proper 4-4-2. Uh, he needs good support on the left. He needs more experience. So that's why I picked Chiesa. Anyways, we're not gonna be great. So better off taking, and I'll explain why I picked Chiesa in a bit when we look at the weakness.
anyway, just to speak about Frabotta and experience, we will play also with Ferencvaros and Benevento. These are maybe teams where you can gain a bit more experience. And then you showed me a second strength that Cagliari has.
Yeah, we have to watch out for set pieces. They're really good with corners, with fouls, and all that. So here you have Marin providing a corner in the middle. And as you can see, there was no one. And obviously, Godin. Godin is our nightmare with corners. So we have to watch out for this guy.
For
He's
the
really
people
good.
that are following Juve since a few seasons or more, Goldina is used to score with us with Atletico Madrid. So hopefully he will not do it with Cagliari on Saturday. And then they have also weakness, I hope, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course. We found it. So when they defend, they go to the 4-4-2, the
Yeah.
traditional 4-4-2 that we all know. And here you can see how the Atalanta players are positioning between those lines. So you have here, I believe it was Gomez there in the middle,
Yeah.
passing the ball. And right away, that will make Valukiewicz go on the Atalanta player and leave his position. But Atalanta, they're really good at passing and they do fast passes, and this is exactly what they did. So this, again, we see here Valukiewicz where he is. He left his position, and that pushes Zappa on one side to go with Zapata to watch
Yeah.
him, and Godin trying to catch up and put pressure on the other side. Whereas Liko Giannis is not doing much there. And this is how you open up space. So Atalanta, they knew exactly what they were doing, and you have Gosens all by himself. On the left, Sotil was really far from him. He couldn't catch up. And finally, Atalanta scored. Because if you look at the concentration of the defenders, they're all on the left. They're not organized anymore. You don't see that 4-4-2. You see Zappa is in the middle, Valukiewicz is behind. So, yeah,
It's
if you
indeed
look at it
crazy,
again.
yeah, because you see how organized they are here with the
Mhm.
respect of the 4-4-2 in defensive position. So really a 4-4-2, and actually with one pass and yeah, actually a wrong pressing because Valukiewicz, he had to stay on Zapata and not going
Yeah,
up. You see that from that moment. Look, it's really a mess while they were perfectly organized. So you are really saying that if we want to score and to be dangerous versus Cagliari, it's playing on the ground and
that's right.
being really quick, 1-2 passes.
Exactly. Exactly. We position between those two lines. We do passes, we break those lines, and you're going to see it's going to open up a lot of opportunities. And that's why I put Chiesa on the left in that Gosens position. He can provide those beautiful assists that we saw before. And Kulusevski is going to be either on the right or behind the strikers. So you're going to have not Arthur, McKennie and Quadrado on the right also, like
Yeah.
exploiting those spaces.
I believe it makes more sense that we play again a 3-4-1-2 or 4-4-2 that change with Quadrado taking again the wing with Kulusevski as a real number 10. I'm really curious to see him be behind, but really behind and not on the wings because he can create a lot of danger because I'm sure he can
Mm,
find Morata and Cristiano Ronaldo easily.
yeah,
So.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, and then the dangers, the threat. Who do we have to pay attention to Cagliari?
So here I put two players this time. Last season I put Joao Pedro, and if you remember, I put something hilarious, which was try to identify which Joao Pedro from Wikipedia, because there are like at least 20 or 25. Here I put Joao Pedro and Simeone because both of them they scored 5 goals. They're very dangerous. They connect really well. Them with Nandes there. These are the real threat.
Mo, don't ask me to remember what you told me 1 year ago. I don't even remember what I was eating this a few hours ago. So don't ask me those questions. I just remember Gigi Riva, but if you ask me about that, I know. Short memory, it's difficult for me.
No, that's great. That's great that
And
you.
now I will torture you because
Oh
we
boy.
get to the point of the prediction time, Mo. It's difficult
Yeah,
to predict, huh?
it's really hard to predict. I'm going for a win. I don't care. I want Juventus to win. I'm gonna predict the win 2-0 for you.
Do we see a surprising scorer, or we go for the usual ones?
Usual. Morata will score and Kulusevski will score.
Oh, Kulusevski. Ronaldo don't. Hey, guy, if you say that Ronaldo will not score, you will have haters. You have to pay attention with
Oh,
that.
yeah. Well,
No.
I'm
Uh,
always wrong with my predictions. That's fine.
I go for the win. I sign for the win, Mo. I'm not predicting. I say if Mo is saying that we win, I agree with Mo. We go for the win. Well, thank you. Was again really nice to record with you. I hope we win. I can't wait for the game again. So thanks you for the big work, Mo. Guys, if you want to follow Mo on Twitter, you go really easily at Chehali. You will find him. It's really nice to discuss with him. And as per tradition, I will leave you alone so that you can close the channel. Thank you, Mo. I see you next week. No, Ferenc Varos
Ferencvaros in a few
in a
days.
few days. Ciao, Mo.
All right, ciao. So thank you, everyone. I'm super happy to be back. It feels like a really long time. So thank you. I hope you like this video and have a great weekend and fino alla fine.